Alright, this is going to be a quick video on how you can update, post information to the Oakland Recreation website. Once you've signed in, that information, your username and your password would be supplied to you, and once you sign in, you come to a dashboard that looks like this. You might see website instructions and policy. If you click on it, the instructions that we're going over will be listed there. Basically, you really just have to worry about posts is what you're going to be dealing with. You'll either be editing posts or adding new posts. And so we're going to add in one. This is just like sort of an email where you would have a subject line here. Subject is great game. It can be anything you want. Team schedule. That's the subject, the title. In here is where you type your text. And you can put in whatever you like. You can use these icons for bold, italics, bullet points, numbering, alignment. It's best to keep things aligned to the left. Some people like to center things, but that's more for like a flyer. When you're reading stuff, it's easier for a person to read things when they're aligned to the left, and you just center things when you want to highlight their importance within other information. If you want to include a link, you can highlight the words that you want to link and then click on this icon, paste your link in there. If you're sending them outside of the recreation website to, say, the Yankees website, you can click this, and that makes it open up in a new tab and keeps the rec site open for them. If it's going to another spot within the rec website, you don't need to click that. You got a spell checker here. Look at that. This little icon here will hide, so if you don't see all of them and you need them, click on that. Paragraph, you can just leave that alone. The only thing you might need in here is maybe heading 2 and heading 3, and that would be if you were putting a lot of information and you wanted to break it up into different, give each paragraph or blocks of information a heading. A lot of times you can achieve it with using a bold or using an underline. Don't write your whole page using a heading, because search engines read this and they're going to wonder why everything in this post is a heading and there's actually no content. So it makes the website look suspicious to search engines. You can use color, and basically what I do want to cover, which is kind of important, is uploading images. This is sort of like attaching files to an email. They have another one, more of an old school one. If for whatever reason it's not working for you, you can switch. This one's a little bit nicer. Select files from the computer, and I'm just going to select one for now. I'm going to select a whole bunch. I'm going to select 5. And they load up. Now I'm just going to insert one picture. I want one picture that goes with the text. So I'm just going to align it to the left, and I'm going to make it a medium. If it was just one picture I wanted to put in there, I could center it and make it large. You never want to do full size. It's bigger than the website. What happens is when someone clicks on it, they'll go and they can see the full size if they want. So it's to make it look normal, you'd want to either choose large, which would, fill up most of the page, or medium if you want to align some of the text around the picture. I don't really have text, so I'm actually going to do large and center it, and I'm going to insert that into the post. Then when it's in there, I can click on it and I can delete it, or I can go back where I was before in case I didn't like the size and I wanted to change it, or I can add a caption. And you can go in here. Advanced settings are not that very advanced. You can add a little border or some space around, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to tell people to check out some more pictures of the game. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up here, and you'll see that there's a gallery formed. Any pictures that you load when working on a post, they go into their own little gallery. And I'm going to click on that, and there are those pictures that I loaded. And 10 pictures is a good number. If you get over closer to 20 pictures, people might not be looking at all of them, and it's best to try and limit it if you can. What this does, gallery columns, it puts, if you have 10 pictures, maybe you want to have 5 columns and 2 rows, or I'm just going to choose 3 columns because I don't have that many pictures, and I want them to go directly to the image file. Rather than the attachment page. That attachment page might show like the description and a little stuff, but usually people just want to see the bigger file. But you can choose whichever one you want to send them to when they click on the thumbnail, and that's what the gallery is going to do. It's going to insert thumbnails that people will click on, and we're going to take a look at it in a moment. So after I do that, I put in some text, I added some pictures. I gotta say who this is for. I'm just gonna pick somebody. This is my audience. This is who I want to post to. I could go for a couple. You can post to as many as you want, but this is so these groups can find the information you're posting for them. And you can even put it under variety, but it's not just one, but you have to choose one, and you should choose at least the most appropriate one. I'm going to save this because I don't want to publish anything live. Once you hit publish, it goes out on the web. I could always go back in and take it down, but there's no need to actually publish it right now. We're still going to take a look at it, so I'm going to hit preview, and this gives me take a look at and see if I did anything wrong. And there's some misspellings there. Check out. I cut off that end. Pictures, you can see that you can click on it and you can see the full size. So everything looks good there. I'm going to get rid of that, come back to my page, and so everything looks good. There's one thing here. Some people, if they're embedding like something big, like sometimes in Excel sheets going in, where you need the entire width of the page without the sidebar, you can choose wide content, and that takes the sidebar out of the picture. So if you're putting in like a big Excel sheet or something, it gives you a little bit more space to work with. So I think that is good there, and we're going to just save this again and take a look at editing, which is pretty much the same thing. Here we go. These are 2 posts created by this author, and so that's all you can control. You can only edit what you create, and the only person that can edit your work is one of the commissioners. So Subject is a great game. I'm going to go back in and edit it. What it does is bring me back to this page. and I can make whatever changes I want. If for whatever reason I don't want it published, this would say published if I had pressed this, and I could just go back to draft, and that takes it off the internet, takes it off the web, and it just only I can see it. So you can change the status of something. If you want to work on something, have it ready, and you don't want to publish it for a couple of days, or if you put it up and you want to take it down, you can go back and take it down. And that's pretty much it. I'll cover one more thing, because there are actually two more things. Same thing goes when if you wanted to have a PDF or a Word document that you had and you just wanted people to be downloading it, you can do the same thing here. You would select files. I don't have any in here, but you would just select it, and instead of inserting image, you would insert the link to it. So that's easy enough to do. And then the last thing is HTML. You're usually going to be in visual mode because it gives you all these icons to work with. HTML is sort of like shows the code, as you can see. And you would use this if you had like a YouTube video that you wanted to embed. If you took a little video and you had it up on YouTube and you wanted to show it on the website, you can go to YouTube and, you know, grab the share embed code and just paste it in here. But you can't paste it when you're in this mode because it's a piece of code. Same thing goes for Flickr galleries or Picasa galleries. Any kind of code that you might want to paste from a sharing network, you have to be in HTML. So you just press this, paste it in there, and that pretty much wraps it up. Have a great season.